Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Guys, in this era where people talk about nostalgia, where people talk about how great the good old days were, let me tell you, sometimes they weren't so great, right? And one of the reasons I made this channel is because I didn't hear these opinions out there. Everybody's too busy trying to sell you stuff, shilling products, right? And it wasn't always rosy. Yeah, we had great times back then, and in a lot of ways, yesteryear was a lot better than today. But there were some things that were really annoying. And let me tell you, there's some people that I hated, and I mean, I absolutely hated playing Street Fighter with. So let me go through some of them, right? Number one, okay, number one, the guy that didn't know how to play, but he had like a million quarters up there, and he didn't get the concept of okay, if you lose, you got to step out the way, let somebody else go, and wait your turn. He didn't want to do that. He wanted to put all the quarters up there and just be playing, just keep on losing and stick another quarter in. And I was like, bro, you're trash. You're not going to beat whoever you're playing with, and you're just keeping the rest of the people from playing, right? And it was always an argument, you know. It was always an argument. The person would end up leaving because, you know, eventually the mob would get pissed off and then just throw him out. But there was always that one guy, right? Here's another guy that I hate playing with. I really did, and this happened to me a couple of times. But I remember the worst one. The worst one, and guys, I was just a competent player. Okay, my expertise just went to Street Fighter 2. That's it. Right? After that, I enjoyed the games, but I started having kids. I didn't have time to play the arcade machines. I would go and play a little bit, enjoy the games, play on the consoles, but I was no longer playing at the arcade. But I remember playing Street Fighter, and this guy comes in, and he was he was around probably 4 years older than I was. I was like around 20, 23, 24 maybe, and this guy maybe 28, 29. But I was just sitting there, my work clothes, and I had t-shirt, jeans, and this guy walks in, and he's got a dress shirt on, and he starts playing with me, and I'm pretty basic, guys. I'm not a great player, but this guy sucked, right? So I beat him, and he gets over emotional, like, he starts losing his tie, like, bro, it's just a game. It's not that serious, You always played with these people that are just can't control their emotions, and what the hell? I don't know what else was going on in his life, but this guy was so annoying, absolutely so annoying that I just stopped playing. I was just like, I gotta go, and I left because it's just the guy was just grating, because he's just too emotional, and that leads me into the other category of idiot that I hated playing with. The guy that's too loud. He just keeps talking throughout everything. He's talking about every move. And he's just not only saying it, he's saying it really loud. For whatever, I'm right here, dude. I'm standing right next to you. I can see how you're failing. You don't need to describe to me your failure. Right? It was listening to like DSP when he makes excuses for losing, but loud. God, I hated that guy. Right? And there was two guys, right? There was two different kind of guys. And guys, Los Angeles is a very diverse city. Especially where I grew up. Many different ethnicities. And let me tell you, some ethnicities, without getting too specific, are not fond of the daily shower, as we are. I am a person that, if I don't take a shower in the morning before I go to work, guys, I cannot function. Right? I'm still asleep. I have to have water hitting my eyeballs like right dead in the center so I can wake up. Right? I need that daily shower to get going. But some people don't feel that way. And there was two type of stinky people, right? The guy that you could tell showered but didn't wear deodorant. Right? And as the match went forward, as they started playing more, that musk, that stench just kept on building up, and they're right next to you, and it's just hitting you from all sides, right? You want to lose, right? It's not the kicks that are getting, it's not the hits that you're taking from the machine. It's the hits from the armpit stench. And then, of course, if they win, they raise their hands, and then it's even worse, Oh my God. I don't wear deodorant guy. I hated him. Right? And I was never one to hold back. I'm like, dude, you stink. What's going on? Oh, I've been working on that. Shut up. Shut up. Don't lie. And that leads me to the next guy. I didn't take a shower guy. Right? They just, you could tell these people are not showering. Maybe they shower once a week. Again. And don't think these people, don't think I'm talking about just there's very light skin colors that are into this stuff, like hippies and stuff like that. So it's not, I'm not saying of a particular race. I mean, there's all kinds of people that don't like taking showers. And I hate playing with I hate all human beings equally, right? I hate them all equally, regardless of color. Especially when they're not showering. I hate them all. If I'm playing Street Fighter with them. Because all the musk. I mean, don't these people have anybody to tell them, hey, you smell like ass. Right? You smell like armpits. Right? And then sometimes one of the worst people, because remember, this is Street Fighter. You're right next to each other. Halitosis guy. I don't brush my teeth guy. Oh my God. Right? And they're never quiet. So they have it going on and they love speaking loudly. So if you're not taking a hit in the machine, you're taking a hit from the bad breath and you just want to lose. You know, these are the challenges that nobody talks about that we suffered in yesteryear. Right? And there's all kind of annoying players back in the day, right? You had the guy with his posse. Only one guy played, and then you had the bird gallery there. They're chiming in. Oh, you should have done this. You should have done that. You know what you should have done is shut the hell up, because you're not playing. He's playing. He's trash. There's no. Hate it. Hated. And there's many other players, guys. I'm sure you guys have experiences, but I've never watched a video like this. I just started thinking about that, because everybody's like, oh, Street Fighter, we're talking about arcades and Street Fighter in the good old days and this and that and the other. No, and here's another guy. There's two guys, right? I just smoked a whole pack of cigarettes, guy, right? He just put it out and he's just right next to you, reeking of smoke, right? There's drunk guy. You have to babysit him because what do I do here? Shut up. And there's guy that reeks like weed. I'm sure he's having a great time, but boy, do you stink. All right, guys, I just want to get that off my chest because nobody ever talks about this, and we all went through it. If you love playing Street Fighter back in the day, back when it was, bumping and booming and you're in the arcades and a lot of people there, you always ran into these fools all the time. The over emotional guy, he wins and he's jumping and yelling like, bro, you won one match. You relax. It's not the Super Bowl, right? All these things annoy me. All these human beings of all kinds annoy me. Probably even more now than I'm an old man, but I hated them back then, 30 years ago. Jeez, 30 plus years ago now. Wow, it's incredible. We're going into 40 years probably. Jesus Christ. You know what? I better stop talking. I'm making myself depressed. And if you're one of those people, if you're one of those stinkers, if you are, I don't wear deodorant guy, let me tell you, everybody hates you. To this day, everybody hates you. I still do. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.